Welcome back to SpeterTV. It's been a week since the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, and by internet rules, it is more than past full spoiler time. So just off the bat, full spoiler alert for The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2, and for The Clone Wars and for Rebels. And yes, this is a Star Wars spoiler alert from the guy who hadn't even sat down to watch the OT until like a couple months ago. But when I binge hard. I try not to do it too much. So Season 2 is over, I've watched it all, I watched so many reaction videos, podcasts, all kinds of stuff. I've heard people's questions. I'm ready to kind of lay it all out in this video. I feel like I'm taking my Star Wars license test, and I love taking tests. So where do we go in Season 3? Not the Book of Boba Fett, which is his own thing, unless they're just misleading us to be mean. So what seems to be set up now is to actually take the Mandalorian to Mandalore. You have to assume Bo-Katan will be a pretty major character going forward. All she's wanted is to get the Darksaber back, and now it accidentally belongs to Din. So now he has the right to rule Mandalore, he has no desire to, and that's all she wants back. So now the common question is, why won't Bo-Katan just take it back from Din Djarin when he's giving it to her? With some people even wondering if there's a plot hole here because she didn't acquire it through combat, but it was given to her by Sabine Wren. But I think it's far more likely that it's not a plot hole, but a plot point. For one, we don't even know how she lost the saber to begin with. The easy assumption is that she lost to Gideon at some point and he claimed it. But however she lost it, she did lose it. It's essentially in the hands of the Empire, and maybe even worse, she's still alive to want it back. When she accepted it, Mandalore had been without it for a number of years at that point. Their culture was in flux, their traditions had probably gotten pretty shaky at that point, especially when it comes to this symbol of their leadership that they just hadn't had. And when Sabine brought it back, it's not like she wanted to rule. Really, she just found it. She didn't defeat anybody for it. I mean, if anything, Ezra might be able to claim it, really. And she wasn't exactly very welcome on Mandalore. Essentially, the Darksaber was a free agent, and at the time, nobody objected to just trying to find the best person to have it. But with how tied to their traditions Mandalorians tend to be, I can only imagine that they would revert back. And Bo-Katan's name's gotta be just Dishonored at this point, like dishonor on her cow badge. So there's a lot to pick up there with her storyline. And of course, our main character is the person who has what she wants. So will they have to fight? Will Din end up actually wanting to rule Mandalore? Will the Mandalorian people respect him more because he earned it? Will Mandalorians ever get along? Elsewhere, how much will we see Grogu? Are we gonna check in on him with Luke? Will he either temporarily or permanently end up back with Mando? Will he end up becoming a foundling and become the next Mandalorian Jedi? Will he take claim of the Darksaber that I'm not sure can fit in his hands? Will he rule Mandalore before he can actually speak? And if we do see more of him, will we learn more about his origin and how he was rescued to begin with? Did he and R2 really know each other like it seemed like they might? Was R2 the one who saved him? Was he eating so much because there's a growth spurt coming? It's possible. What other pre-established characters might the storyline run into? Will we see Ahsoka again before her show? Or after or during or whenever that show's coming out? And similarly, will we see others set up and crossover with the other announced shows? We know it's going to come together at some point, so how early will we see those threads? Like maybe we'll see Sabine in The Mandalorian, before she goes off with Ahsoka to find Ezra, presumably. Will we see Frog Lady again? That might be the biggest question left. At the end of the day, it seems like The Mandalorian is about to focus on Mandalore, which it hasn't really focused on, and it's sort of an obvious thing to focus on, so that's pretty exciting. I just bit my tongue on that. So let me know, what do you want to see in Season 3 of The Mandalorian? Weird cadence, but okay. Thank you kindly for watching. Subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell to let your speeder sense when I upload. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, be honest with yourself, and go wash your Handalorians.